that is the next property, metallic and non-metallic character. So in a period, metallic property or what you call electropositivity decreases while non-metallic property increases from left to right. So I hope this is clear. This is because atomic size decreases and hence the valence electrons are not easily released. So when you go from left to right, we learned the atomic size keeps on decreasing. Yes or no? So if the atomic size decreases, obviously the metallic character also will decrease. So the metallic character decreases. And ulta, if the metallic character decreases, the non-metallic character will increase. It is all ulta pulta. If metallic character increases, non-metallic character will decrease. Okay. So as I become more and more richer, I become less and less poorer. So metallic character, no. So as one thing increases, the other thing decreases. No. So I hope it is clear. So metallic character is related to atomic size. Okay, because the atomic size decreases from left to right in a period, the metallic character also decreases. But because the metallic character decreases, the non-metallic character will increase. Now, what is metallic character? The tendency of an element to donate the electrons. Okay, how easily how easily an atom donates electrons is called a metallic character. Because what is the metals are famous for what? For accepting or donating electron. Metals are famous for donating electrons. They donate, they don't accept. They don't accept. So they give electrons. That is what we call the metallic. What is metallic character? The tendency of an element to donate electrons or to give electrons. Okay, they are like generous people. दानवीर लोग हैं बहुत, no, करण जैसा, दानवीर करण. They like to give electron. जा लेके जा, तेरे को 6 electron लेके जा, like no, तू भी क्या याद करेगा? So next one. In a group, however, the metallic property increases while the non-metallic character decreases from top to bottom. Now ulta, in a what do you call, in a period we saw metallic character was decreasing and non-metallic character was increasing. Can you see a metallic character was decreasing, non-metallic property was increasing? But in a group, the metallic property increases, okay, while the non-metallic character decreases. Again, why? Because it is related to the atomic size. Because in a group, the atomic size increases from top to bottom. That's why the valence electrons can be easily removed. So as the atom is becoming bigger and bigger, the electrons in the outermost shell are going far away from the nucleus. So the nucleus is not able to pull the electrons. So that's why he will lose electrons very easily. So because the atomic size, follow my spotlight here, because the atomic size increases, remember the metallic property increases. And because metallic property increases, obviously the non-metallic property will decrease. So it's like light and darkness. If the light increases, the darkness will decrease. So the metallic property increases, the non-metallic property will, if the metallic property increase, non-metallic property will decrease. Is it clear? So in a period, metallic property decrease, non-metallic property will increase. In a group, metallic property will increase, whereas the non-metallic property will decrease. Why? Again, all connected to the atomic size. See, and you see here, atomic size are decreasing, so metallic property also decreasing. Your atomic size increases, that's why metallic property also will, or the metallic character or the ability of the element to give electrons will increase. Okay, or in other words, the electropositivity. What is the electropositivity? When you give electrons, you become electropositive. You become positive. You become cations. No, metals, when they give electron, what do they become? They become cations. Cations mean they become positive ions. That's why we call it this character, metallic character. We call it at electropositivity, because they become positive ions. Metals, when they give electron, become positive. What are non-metallic properties? The non-metals. What do non-metals do? They do ulta. They take electrons or they accept electrons. So they become electronegative. We call it electronegativity. Why electronegative? Because they become negative ions. What you call anions. Anions. No? A-N-I-O-N-S. The letter N is there. N means negative. That's how you remember. Okay. Anions means, you can see what is the letter there? N. N मतलब क्या समझने का? it is a negative ion. Okay, so anion. So that's why we call electronegativity. So non-metals are electronegative. Why? Because they form negative ions. What are metals? Metals are electropositive. Why? Because they donate electrons and become positive ions. I hope this is clear to all of you all. Okay, let's move. Now we come to the last thing. I'll just push it up here. If you, I don't know, because very difficult for you all to see. This is all about variable valency. I hope you can. I know this thing is blocking it. Variable valency. I'll just show you. I'll just pull the screen down a little bit. This, can you see? It's called. What you can see? It's called variable valency. Okay. So you must have heard. You must have, when you have done this lesson. When you must have read this lesson, you must have seen this term coming again. Now, what is variable valency? Variable means varied. Well, it can have more than one valency. It can have more than one valency. That is what we call variable valency. Okay. When an element has more than one valency, we call it a variable valency. So let's see what is that. So see, let's say iron. Okay. Now iron is a transition element. So iron, we all know atomic number is 26. So 2 in the first orbit, 8 in the second, 14 in the second, and so 2 plus 8, 10, 10 plus 14, 24, 24 plus 2, 26. This is one way. This is one. That same ion can have an electronic configuration this way also. 2, 8, 13 and 3. Again the same thing. 2 plus 8, 10, 10 plus 13, 23, 23 plus 3, 26. So again 26. So both these, but here, can you see what is the difference? The outermost, can you see the two outermost shells are incomplete? That's why we call it transition. What are transition elements? Elements whose two outermost shells are incomplete, we call them transition elements. Okay. Now if you can see, he's got two electrons in the outermost orbit, so his valency is 2. Okay. Whereas this person, this one here, has got 3 valence electrons, so his valency is 3. So okay. So here actually Fe के नीचे 2 था और इधर भी 2 था. I'll just show you. I take a. So here, if you see, okay, this okay, let's. So here valency is 2. Why 2? Because oxygen ka valency is 2. So and okay, first what I'll do, I'll do this so you will understand better. So you can see there are 3 electrons in the outermost shell. That means his valency will be 3. And here he's got 2 electrons in the outermost, so valency will be 2. So let's see this first. Then you will understand the first one. So 3 electrons. Now his valency is 3. So iron valency is 3. So iron ka valency goes to oxygen. Whenever you write a molecular formula, remember the thing gets ulta pulta. Iron ka valency is 3 and oxygen ka valency is 2. No, because oxygen is 2, 6. If you remember, it has got 2, 6. The electron configuration 2, 6. So his valency is 2. So ऑक्सीजन का वैलेंस इधर आएगा. ऑक्सीजन का वैलेंस किसको किसको लिखने का? यू हैव टू राइट फॉर आयन एंड आयन का वैलेंस टू राइट फॉर ऑक्सीजन. सो उल्टा पुल्टा. ओके. So iron ka valency goes to oxygen, oxygen ka valency goes to iron. Okay, that's why valency is 3. Why? So don't write Fe3. Yeah? You have to write O ke baaju mein 3 and oxygen ka valency to write for iron. That's how you write molecular formula which you learned in your 9th standard. No, remember 4th chapter, measurement of matter. Now, what about here oxygen 2? Now you will say here there is no, I cannot see 2. No, you should actually, there should have been a O ke baaju mein 2 and there should have been a Fe ke baaju mein, there should have been a 2 here. But here what happens? There's nothing here. Why? Because it gets cancelled. It gets cancelled. So just see. Sorry. blocking this. Okay. Now, as you can see here, so here there should have been a 2 year, and there will have been a 2 year. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled. That's why it is FeO. Copper. See what is the atomic configuration? What is atomic number 29? So 2. Okay, I'll just take the spotlight. So 2 plus 8, okay, is 10. 10 plus 20, 18 is 28 plus 1 is 29. Same thing. 2 plus 8 is 10, and 10 plus 17 is 27. 27 plus 2 is 29. So the atomic number in both these, but see the way of array, the electronic configuration is different. He has got one electron, the outermost valency will be 1. Here it is 2, so it will be 2. Now again it has got copper ka valency is what? Can you see one valence electron? So copper ka valence, so there one will go here. So when is there is a 1 here, but I don't have to write 1. It is understood that there is a 1 here. And oxygen ka valence is 2, so 2 has come here. What about here? Copper ka valency also was 2, and oxygen ka valency also was 2, so 2 and 2 got cancelled. 2 and 2 got cancelled. Okay. Now let's come to inner. So these are inner transition. Why inner transition? We see first two shells are completely filled. 2 in the first shell, 8 in the second shell. But the last two shells are incompletely filled. Incomplete, this shell should have been 18. Yes. And this shell, no. But here by okay. So now we come to inner transition elements. So as you can see here, all the shells are filled 2, 8, 18, 32. But the problem is these three shells. Last three shells are incompletely filled. Okay, so this shell actually should have had how much 2 raised, no, if you remember that, no, that 2n square formula. So this should have been 2 into 5 square, 50 electrons should have been here. But instead of 50, it has got only 21. So 9 and 2. So last three shells are incompletely filled. Here also last three shells are incompletely filled. That's why we call them inner transition elements. Okay. Now sometimes, okay, some elements in the normal elements also have variable valency. For example, if you see sulfur 286 valency is, no, here the valency is what? Can you see here? What is the valency here? The valency is 2. What about the valency is here? What is the valency here? The valency here is 4, and here the valency is 6. Same way phosphorus, the valency. So can you see it has got 3 valencies? 2, 4, and 6. What about here? The valency is uh, here. Here the valency is 3, because phosphorus ka valence is 3, and hydrogen we all know valence is 1. So there should have been a 1 here, but I need not. And this, if it's not seen clearly down, it is P2O5, P2O5, P2O5. So that means P ka valency is 5, and oxygen ka valency as usual is 2. So P2O5. So that's why the valency is. So here the valency is 3, and here the valency is 5. So even normal elements, not only transition elements, even normal elements can also have variable valency. Okay, so that is. So I hope this lesson is clear to all of you, dear students, and I request you to kindly go through this lesson and okay, and try to understand it better. If you want to see this video again, if you are not understood, just rewind and see it. And if you still have some doubts, so hopefully when the school opens, I will clarify your doubts. Okay, so till then, stay indoors, stay safe. Goodbye.